Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Good to see all of you again. We're looking at a 2015, I believe, Troy-Bilt. 2013, 2013 TB130. This came out of a group of 4 for $40. So I've already rectified this Murray, found a bag for it. I know it says yard machine, but it's the same design. What the deal with this thing was is a lot of water in the tank. Cleaned the carb, got rid of the contaminated fuel this thing started. So I've got this advertised for $140. Haven't touched the Cubby yet. That fired off. So we need a carb clean on that. And last but not least, we got the turd machine here, this Poulon Pro. The product number 96112013400. The deal with this turdy machine, the deck integrity. So this was thrown into the deal for free. I've put my rust buster on it. I want to take the engine off of this and try to put it on a better deck and start it. It's been cannibalized. I think the engine's going to be okay. They got rid of it due to deck integrity. This happens to be a 2015. So I goobered it up with the rust buster on top and the bottom. So I'm going to try to disassemble this shortly. So as you recall on this one here, the front end was floppy. Every time I adjusted the wheels and moved it, the spring action here on the adjuster was not grabbing any of the holes, and it would just go down to the bottom position. So I ended up changing out the whole front end with another one. Another Troy-Bilt. I had it from a rusted out machine. So this required a little bit of work. The 2 bolts for the handle were missing. I stole that off of another machine. It needed a blade. Blade was actually put on upside down, and they had struck something. They hit something. They had it on like this. So this is toast. I'll give you the model number of the blade, the replacement original blade number 942-0741. I threw a copper head on there. By rotary, their number is 15-6423. But if you Google this 942-0741, you'll get a bunch of hits on Google on who's selling this 21-inch blade. So that's a new blade. The handle was tweaked, so I removed the handle. You can see it's all bent up here and crushed. I put a new top handle on it. So I spent a lot of time with structurally getting this thing going. The cable was shot, separated here. It had a big gouge in it here, a couple of kinks, and down here was screwed up as well, coming apart. So I threw another cable on it, so this thing took some parts. And then went through the carburetor. There was a little bit of gas in the tank. Carburetor wasn't so bad. Clean that out. What do we have on this side? noticed this big burn mark in the flap, and I figured out what the deal was. They had this probably bungee corded up. You can see the hole matches up perfectly with the exhaust here, so it was just burning a hole through the plastic. And it's a little tweaked, but it's good enough to keep anybody's hands or feet out of the discharge. Okay, where's the blade? So oil wasn't terribly bad. I topped that off, put a little bit of oil in it. Missing one hubcap on the other side. So what I do is I cheat. I'll take pictures of the other side, grab that big hubcap, put it on this side, and take another picture to make it look complete. So I'm cheating the customer out of one hubcap. So let's put some fuel in this thing. See if it starts. See how our track record's going to progress with the 2013. If we can get this turd to start, we'll be moving right along. Like I said, the Murray was an easy fix. This took a little bit more effort, a little more parts, basically used parts except for the blade. I threw a new blade on it. That should be enough to get it to start. So season's kind of winding down. I advertised a couple of beach bikes just to keep me going, and a lot of interest in those, but nobody's showing up. So people are thinking about exercising and getting fresh air, but they're not motivating themselves. Okay, fuel's on. We know we got the right amount of oil. Let's try it here on the concrete. That's how I like them to turn out. So having a little bit of motivation here, thanks to Walt Disney World. Okay, that's good. So let's discuss something else. The pull cord was frayed right in this area, so I just cut it back, rethreaded it, tied another knot, got rid of this about 3 inches worth of frayed material. There's enough rope in the recoil to not make a difference. So let's talk about the carb. I actually put a new carb on this one. I'll tell you why. It cleaned up fine, but this GCV 160 had a paper gasket, and I wasn't really messing around with it, but it ended up just disintegrating into 3 pieces. This paper gasket fits flat against the carb there, and I tried to goober it up with a little Indian head gasket shellac compound. This stuff's great, but that didn't work. because I had 3 brakes and I couldn't get it lined up perfectly. So I didn't have any of these paper gaskets in stock. They kind of did away with this paper gasket setup. I'll show you what they went to. So you go to order these on eBay, the paper gaskets. The cheapest I found was $3.99. So $4 for hardly nothing. Kind of burns my bottom. So I found a seller in Thailand, actually. I'm going to order a bunch of them. So this is an aftermarket carb, same design, basically. And what they've gone to is a rubber gasket, and there's now a lip in here right there. So the rubber gasket sits in a little channel. On that paper one, it just sits in there. There's no edge. This has got an edge right there. So they kind of went to this design with the rubber gasket. And you can see the flat surface here fits right on top of that rubber ring. So I've run into that before where I didn't have the paper gasket and had to just switch out the whole carb, unfortunately. But I'm gonna order, I think, a 30 pack, ironically, for $30 roughly after shipping. So a dollar each on the paper ones. That'll last me a lifetime instead of spending three or $4 each. Some were even more, like $12 for one stupid gasket. You could buy the whole carb kit for $12. When you get the whole kit, you get the carb, and they throw a bunch of other crap in there with you. You got some gaskets shut off. You got some hose clamps, 2 pieces of hose, a fuel filter. This is what you'll get for 12, probably 8 or 9. You just get the carb in the box with nothing else. So they throw all this extra crap in to make you happy. I want to be happy at Tommy time. So that's all I got for you. We're going to look at Mickey Mouse for the rest of the morning with all his friends. Maybe fix something else. May go on to the Cubby, because I can do something with the Cubby right away. This Poulan Pro is just an extra project. I took the blade off of it, getting it ready for disassembly. Gives me access to the 3 half-inch bolts. But this would be a quick turnaround. Only thing missing on this is the beauty ring that says Cub Cadet with the horsepower and blade length. It'll still run without the cover. And I don't think I got another junk one here to put another cover on it. It's going to have to go out the door like this with the Chinese engine. Anyway, that's all we got. For service, contact your Cub Care network. 1-800-TOUGH-SHIT for all your service needs. If you guys want to know where to get parts. That's all I got for you. Continue to have a nice day. Tip your waitress and wait staff. Thanks for coming out, looking at this junk on 4 wheels. So we're plowing ahead on this group of 4 for 40, really coming out nicely. Just had to throw a lot more parts on this than I had anticipated, but it's up and running, and hopefully it'll sell here. Or I store it. You guys said you're fixing stuff and storing it for next season. I may be into that mode as well. Fix and store and have a large group ready to go next spring. Give you a head start. Anyway, thanks. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you guys always coming out looking at this crap on 4 wheels. We'll throw another one at you.